Hello, it's Brian from Odyssey again, and today I'm going to introduce our newest little kit, which is this laser that you can use to hook up to your TNC or your Arduino or your robot or whatever. And there's nothing particularly wildly special about it. We don't make this. We actually buy them. But what I've done is try to make it in a kit that makes it useful and easy for you to hook up, because it's so frustrating to find all the pieces when you buy one of these things. So I bundled it with 10 centimeters of wire, which is already crimped. We have two 3-position hoods, so you can hook it directly up to something, for example, like this motherboard here. And I have 3 single-position hoods that you can put on one end of the cable if you want to hook it up to something that has only female connections, like these old Arduino boards. So, to get started, all you have to do is sort of assemble the hoods. If you look carefully at them, you're going to see that one side is basically flat. I'll hold it closer to my camera, although it's a little out of focus. And one side you can actually see the crimping, and you can see the wires. The side that you can see the crimping and see the wires on is the side that needs to face the open holes. Alright? If you look also, you'll see that one end has very large square openings. The other one has smaller square openings. It goes into the large side. So we're going to slide these things in like this with the crimped open side facing the hole, and it locks in. You can feel it pretty nicely. Locks right in, locks right in. Alright. Okay. And now we've got one end of the cable completely done. And this, of course, we can just slide over the pins like this. Oops, there we go. So you've got this half done. Now we need to do this half. If you're going to hook it up to something like this board, which has predominantly these male pins coming out, which make it super easy, you just need another female hood. So I'm going to go ahead and just slide this on. Like that. Okay. And you can see now I've got it connected. If you look carefully, it's pretty well labeled. There's a negative on this side, there's an S on this side. Okay, that's ground, that's signal. Okay, you can see that I have the wires are going to be randomly colored. I can't really change that, so yours might be different than mine. But look carefully, you'll see that I've chosen the yellow wire to be on the signal and the blue wire to be on the ground. So I'll just plug this into this board here. Let's get this position so you can kind of see it. And let's just stick it in pin 12. Okay, so I've got my laser now hooked up to pin 12, and let's pull up a piece of code. To test it, I'm just going to pull this up. It is super easy. You can go to examples, just go to basics and blink. Okay, and ultimately, instead of blinking the LED which is on the board, which is what's going on right now, I'm just simply going to change that to pin 12. Okay, because right now I have my laser connected to pin 12. Okay, so if I load this up, in just a moment, you can see that I have some laser action going. I should get something more reflective so you guys can actually see that it is in fact working. Oh, look at that. You know what? I hadn't even realized that until just now. You can barely see it. It's brighter than that, but the camera doesn't pick up red all that well. Okay, so there's my laser flashing on and off at 1 time per second. Okay, if you were going to hook this up to something like the Arduino, you wouldn't have used the 3-position hood. You would, in fact, to get these off, this is why I don't cut my nails all the time, you just lift up on the little flap ever so slightly, like that. And that unlocks them. Can be a bit of a hassle. If you don't have nails, then you probably have to use something like one of those small screwdrivers, or find somebody who does have nails. And I can't do this one. I'm under pressure. Oh heavens. Yeah, how about that? It's actually stuck. There we go. Okay, so I've taken it off. So what you can do now is you can slide on these single pins. Alright, it's the same thing. They slide on, they lock on like this. Alright, once again you want to have it slide down. I'm hoping you can see that fairly well. This one is slightly bent. Alright, and I have included one of these in each kit, and these allow you to convert the pins into the other sex. So what you have to do is I've just snapped them off my finger, but it's pretty hard to snap small groups. So take something like a pair of end nippers or some other type of cutter, and then you can cut off individual pins and simply insert those in. And now you've changed the sex of the pin so that you can stick it in an old Arduino anywhere you want. So you would end up taking, for example, the signal pin, choosing a pin number on the Arduino, and then having one going to the positive with a 5-volt supply and the other one going to ground. So with that, I'm going to end it, this video, and I hope you enjoy your sensor.